This is VOA News. Reporting by remote, I'm Joe Ramsey. Air raid sirens in Ukraine's capital Tuesday as Russia warned Kiev residents to flee their homes and rained rockets on the city of Kharkiv as Russian commanders intensified their bombardment of Ukrainian urban areas in a shift of tactics after their six-day assault stalled. Speaking in a heavily guarded government compound in Kiev, President Volodymyr Zelensky said Russia must first stop bombing people before peace talks can make any headway. In a joint interview with Reuters and CNN, Zelensky also urged NATO members to impose a no-fly zone to stop Russia's air force, something the military alliance has ruled out.
First of all, everybody has to stop fighting and to go to that point from where it was beginning. Yes, it began 6 days ago. Yes. I think there are principal things you can do it, and that is very important moment. If you'll do this, and if those side is ready, it means that they are ready for the peace. If they don't ready, it means that you're just, wasting time.
And do you think you're wasting your time, or do you think they're ready?
We'll see.
As Zelensky spoke, news came that a Russian missile had struck a TV tower near a Holocaust memorial site in Kiev, killing 5 people. Zelensky, who also spoke by phone for 30 minutes with U.S. President Joe Biden on Tuesday, said the artillery barrages in Kharkiv amounted to what he called state terrorism. This is VOA News. As the Russian invasion of Ukraine enters the 6th day, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has blamed the United States and its allies in collusion with what he referred to as a neo-Nazi regime in Kiev. Ukraine and the West say Russia is launching unprovoked attacks on Ukrainian cities. Lisa Schlein reports for VOA from Geneva.
Just as Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov began to speak, most of the people in the UN Human Rights Council chamber rose and collectively left the room. Lavrov was unaware of it because, as he said, he was compelled to address the council by video conference instead of in person as he had intended. Lavrov angrily accused the European Union of impinging on his right to freedom of movement by preventing him from flying over their airspace to Geneva. He accused the Ukrainian regime of criminal actions and of unleashing an 8-year war against Russia and Russian-speaking citizens in the separatist regions of Donetsk and Luhansk. These remarks stand in stark contrast with the view of most of the international community. He said Russian President Vladimir Putin could not remain indifferent to their fate. That justification for the invasion was voiced earlier by Putin himself. It has been dismissed as part of a surreal disinformation campaign by most Western governments, which have responded to the invasion with unprecedented sanctions. While Lavrov was speaking, a spokeswoman for the UN Refugee Agency, Shabia Mantou, said the number of Ukrainian refugees was exponentially increasing.
We have now over 660,000 refugees who have fled Ukraine to neighboring countries in the past 6 days alone.
Mantou said most refugees have fled to Poland, Hungary, Moldova, Romania, and Slovakia, while some have moved toward other European countries. She noted a sizable number has gone to the Russian Federation, adding national authorities are responsible for their care. Lisa Schlein for VOA News, Geneva.
Clashes erupted between New Zealand police and anti-vaccine protesters on Wednesday as officers armed with riot shields towed away vehicles and dismantled tents set up outside the country's parliament grounds. Taking inspiration from truckers' demonstrations in Canada, hundreds of protesters have been blocking streets near the parliament in the capital, Wellington, with trucks, cars, and motorcycles for more than 3 weeks. Police said 60 people were arrested and they had gained significant ground in efforts to clear the protesters. Find more at voanews.com or on the VOA mobile app. Reporting by remote, I'm Joe Ramsey.